another goddamn weekly review, I guess you could say. Hey man, it's y'all boy goddamn Dorian, man. How y'all doing today? Y'all straight? Get my shit right. So my boy Kev may actually join me in a few minutes. He may not though, so I'm honestly just gonna do my weekly review for see where I think the market's gonna go. Let me just get something set up real quick. Weekly review. Life has been lifing. Shit, I just went to church today. Feel good, blessed. I tried doing this like all last night, literally all last night, and it was stressful. Not gonna lie. Went to sleep mad because it took so long, and I still didn't even do what I wanted to do. You feel me? So we finna use this time to do that right now. It sucks I gotta do this, do all of this again, you know. But we was finna do it anyway, so I'm not really tripping. And I wanna know how I'm able to. That's all I need to figure out too. I wanna know how I'm actually able to save this as well. Weekly review and talk. Excuse me, it's nasty. Okay, never mind. Alright, we good. We good. We good. But yeah, man, I've been feeling blessed. I've been feeling like something's coming. Feeling like the Lord is lining stuff up. You know, I had a good word today at Change Church and Gwinnett. Shout out to them. Honestly, the best experience, immersive word environment, all of the above. Honestly, the best that I've ever been. You know, I can't really complain about that. And every time I go up in there, it's not only the music, praise and worship. It's not just the word, but it's just the feeling, the inevitable, overwhelming feeling of just Yahweh, literally. And I can't put it no better than that. If you're watching, or if you will watch, you know, I really do appreciate you, really do appreciate y'all. And at the end of the day, I'm just doing this because I want to get better at myself. I want to get better at speaking, talking, being on camera, analyzing, teaching, being more consistent, disciplined. All of those things to help me, you know, get better at my trading, and not just trading, but like other aspects of my life as well. That's something that me and Kev been talking about, bro. I wanted a trader friend for the longest time, ever since I got out of goddamn IML. Like, I've been wanting just a trader friend, just a bro I could just talk trading with, and you know, I finally got that, and I'm so grateful to him. I am a day trader. He's a swing trader. So like his analysis and you know, just his trading overall, just how he is as a person, it just takes time, but just, you know, patience. You know, a little bit longer to set up. Well, I guess you could say it takes time, but I really do think and believe that he compliments me and who I am as a person, because I know that I can be impulsive. I know that I can be impatient. But yes, I do have, you know, a seasonal bipolar depression. So he's a blessing in and of himself. And Kev, if you do see this, Kev, if you're watching this, I really do appreciate you, my brother, for real. I was gonna speak a little bit on like what I learned today in church for like I really want to do that. We came out of Matthew chapter 1, 18 to 21, and then I think he skipped down to 24, 25. But the word of today was focused around the point of Joseph and Mary. You know, Joseph having to be a father to a baby that wasn't his, essentially. You know, literally. And how he went about that. There was three main like aspects, I guess you could look at it: the like accumulation, preservation, and then like the sublimation. I'm not really gonna touch on too many details about like what each of those mean, or like, you know, or how that really played a role. I didn't really catch that, honestly, but really the word was just, you could have a destiny, you know, you can have a destiny, or destiny can have you. And what that means is that if the latter is true, if the destiny has you, you're basically limited, is what I saw from that. It's like you're just limited. If a destiny chooses you, how could I put it? You're fixed. You're fixed on a certain income. You're fixed on a certain thing that it's not really made for you, not really your purpose, you know? Many people assume that God requires an agreement before issuing a purpose. So like a lot of people, they be trying to understand what's going on. They be trying to ask God a question rather than just obeying. And what they fail to realize is that a lot of part of the assignment, you know, you're gonna have to learn to love, for real. And with that, God selects people, and you have to definitely submit. I'm reading over my notes. So, like, when it came to Joseph, the rejection was the revelation of why he was assigned to it. You know, Joseph was a carpenter. He had a business and all that type of stuff. He was a business person, and at the end of the day, that's all he was. That's what he saw his life to be, you know, and he was great at what he did. But that's not what he was known for. He was known for being Jesus' dad, you know, raising Jesus, you know. And with all that, he served his purpose. He served his purpose of raising Jesus. It was hard for him to even pick the name. An angel came down to him and told him that he had to pick the name. So, you know, an angel came down to him in a dream. So that's something that he definitely had to get over. Definitely. And yeah, that was the main focus of the sermon today. You know, it's really just 5 things. Like, you gotta accept who God picks. It might be you. You gotta accept the plan. So there's the who, there's the how. You gotta accept the process. That's the what you gotta deal with in order to, you know, be able to, you know, get to where you're going and serve your purpose. And you gotta overcome the perception. You know, most people are imprisoned by other people's opinions, and once you get over that, I definitely believe that you will have a newfound understanding of what your purpose is. You know, it's, you know, they say this shit all the time, like it's hard to focus on what you need to focus on when you steady worrying about what's over here, worrying about what's over there, and all that type of shit. So and the 5th thing is really just rely on God. Without him, ain't nothing Ain't nothing possible. Without him, it ain't no process, ain't no pick, ain't no perception. And that's just that. For real. There are gonna be aspects that you won't understand or agree with. So with that, are you going to fill the void with doubt, or are you just gonna trust? And right now, I'm choosing to trust. In everything in my situation. I'm not really gonna speak too much on that, but yeah, I had a baby. Yeah, me and the mother were very good. At first, before the baby, of course, but at times going on, I'm realizing that unfortunately that's not my person, and that's okay. And that's okay. I'm hurting right now more than ever, and that's okay because God, because of Yahweh. And I've never felt any more blessed given my situation and given what I've been through. I've never felt any more blessed than I am right now, than I have felt right now during the past weeks. Tomorrow marks 30 days or a month, I guess you could say, from November 15th to December 15th. I've stopped smoking weed. It's been a great feeling. It's been a hell of a feeling for real. And honestly, I wouldn't take it back for nothing. I wouldn't take it back for no reason at all, for real. Even in times when I'm feeling stressed, I used to smoke about the littlest things, my folks getting on my nerves, or since somebody, had a tough day at work, I realized that I ain't needed nothing, nobody but the Lord. As soon as I started going to church consistently over the past 30 days, it's I'm really just finding myself not needing nobody but Him, and appreciating Him and everything that He's done for me in my life. And I can't wait to see what He has in store for me. January 1st to December 31st, December 30th, whatever, 2026, it's going to be, all in between that time, it's going to be a lot of stuff that's going to happen. A lot of things are going to happen. And I know what side that I'm going to be on. I've always come out on top. And that's just that. And that's just that. Yeah, that was the word for today. I can't really say too much else. And everything really resonated with me for real. The last little tidbit that I want to leave with is that you can be rational, or you can fall under rationalism. And with being rational, you're using reason as a tool. You're using reason as a not enabler, but something that helps you. Reason helps you come to decisions and come to the truth. With reason, you use reason to help you understand, to find your way and navigate to the truth, rather than with rationalism. Your reason is the truth. Your reason is your master. God say be good to thy neighbor. I don't understand that, so you get what I'm saying? And that's just that. You're either gonna be rational or fall into rationalism. Hold up, y'all. Alright, I'm back, y'all. Let's just get into it. Let's get into it. Kev sent me a little something.
This is what I like to see right here. Just got on the charts, got my coffee, finished my workout in the morning, journaling right now. I'm about to start breaking down all these trades and do my weekly breakdown, figure out my top pairs and all that. But yeah, just hopped on the charts and checked on my, what is called Bitcoin trade that I took over the weekend. Because, you know, Bitcoin's 24/7. All the other markets are 24/5. They're only open from Monday to Friday. Bitcoin is always open. So I guess throughout the weekend, when I entered here, kind of got in a little bit of drawdown, proper stop loss. I was fine, just kind of consolidated, and I had to break out here. And then I was telling you guys that it was kind of this area of support and resistance. You can even go to the 1 hour here. Price kind of uses it as support when it's above, resistance when under. When it breaks above it, use that support to hit the upside, support to hit the upside multiple times. Every time it kind of tapped into it. Got stopped out here last week, pulled back down into it, use that support again. I entered here after the 4 hour officially gave me the shift to structure, and then it was also creating this head and shoulders here off the right shoulder. Entered, and then I was saying that the only thing I could potentially I was pretty much saying that if price is able to break under this area that's previously used as support resistance, now we're set. Prices, now after this right shoulder, the only way that it's confirmed head and shoulders is if it breaks the neckline. So now it's broken at the neckline. We could expect maybe a 4 hour retest, and it should continue going down. I think on the lower time frames, regardless, like the lower time frames, prices already came back and had the break retest, creating lows and lower highs. So I think we're chilling on this trade. The daily the last couple daily candles has closed pretty nicely with bearish momentum. I love how the weekly is looking. Bro, I'm expecting price to at least make it here, maybe even fill this wick to the downside. Because I guess at the beginning of last week, price came up, created the top wick for the week, kind of filled the top side of this previous wick here last week. So it came up, wicked up, swept the previous high.
Damn. It's connected to the beamer.
This is what I like. This is what I'm saying that if price is able to break under this area that's previously used as support resistance, now we're set. Prices, now after this right shoulder, the only way that it's confirmed head and shoulders is if it breaks the neckline. So now it's broken at the neckline. We could expect maybe a 4 hour retest, and it should continue going down. I think on the lower time frames, regardless, like the lower time frames, prices already came back and had the break retest, creating lows and lower highs. So I think we're chilling on this trade. The daily the last couple daily candles has closed pretty nicely with bearish momentum. I love how the weekly is looking. Bro, I'm expecting.
Don't look at me like that. I don't smoke weed. I need something. Don't look at me like that.
Price at least make it here, maybe even fill this wick to the downside. Because I guess at the beginning of last week, price came up, created the top wick for the week, kind of filled the top side of this previous wick here last week. So it came up, wicked up, swept the previous high, and then now I'm thinking it's going to come back down, fill the wick to the downside. Could be wrong. We'll see. Proper risk. Besides that, I'm going to start breaking down these other pairs and stuff. And we're going to see where this week takes us, boys. Let's get it.
Damn, I fuck with Kev. Heavy. Kev, I love you, bro. No biz up. Let's get to it, shall we? Let's get to it, shall we? So a little chat. Let me add an emoji to that. How you plug the emojis? Control Alt space? Control Shift space sign? I can right click. I'll do it on my phone. Anyway, that's unimportant. So if you heard him, Kev is definitely a swing trader. He talks in terms of like dailies and stuff like that. I can't do it. I can't do it. Like I said, with everything I got going on, like mentally and just the way I am as a person, I just can't do it. It will eat me up. So let's start. Clean chart on all of these pairs. Clean chart on all of these pairs. GJ, not really too much interesting, but we'll see. So we're gonna start with DXY because this is the dollar index, and like anything that has USD after it, like gold, GU, AU, they're gonna do the exact opposite of what this shit's been doing. So you see, consolidation up, down, consolidation up, and you know what I'm saying? Consolidation down, up, consolidation down, up. So though it's not perfect, generally I know if the DXY is doing something, these pairs are have a opposite correlation, so they're going to do whatever is opposite. So here we are. I like to mark out my daily range, I guess you could say. It's literally just taking the previous look left, and then taking the previous swing, marking that off, and I do that for a top and a bottom. Try to find a range which price is most likely gonna play within. Price plays within range, or price stays within ranges 70% of the time, roughly. 70% of the time. 30%, the other 30% is gonna break out. You know what I'm saying? That's just that. I know it's bearish because of my EMAs, green above red. This is the 9 EMA, 18 EMA. That's all I need to decide my bias, my direction for it. As you can see right here, green above the red is bullish, and that's just that. Consolidation not really showing us yet. It's bearish, but really want to play up in there, to be honest. But as you can see right here, boom, green below red. It is make that a little bit better. Like 75. For the most part, you can see it really much holds true. And then I do this one for make that one black. And that's just cause. Alright, cool. So we know DXY is bearish, so I'm looking for these three pairs: gold, GU, and AU. I'm looking for those to be bullish for the most part. And so with this, I'm not really gonna spend too much time on DXY because I can't really trade that. I mean, you could on some brokers, but I don't. I just use it as just a guide. So this is bearish overall. And then I just drop down to the 1 hour. See where could we target. And as you notice, I'm color coordinating my stuff. Red is obviously daily. That's not what I wanted to do. Red is obviously daily. Green, 1 hour. I dabble a little bit in the 4 hour, but not much. Not much at all. Alright, so based off what I see right here, I see, remember, we're bearish, so we're looking to continue bearish. Price is giving us some, I hate doing technical analysis like this, but price is giving us a little bullish, little flag, I guess you could say. Not, yeah, I guess you could say a little bullish range or whatever, bullish channel. But we are bearish, so what I am looking for, price would come up a little something like this. There's an order block right there. Order block is the down or up move of the push in our direction. The down or up close candle before the push of our direction. So if we're bearish, on a bearish run, it is the up close candle right before it. So this one right here. This one right here. Price targets and travels within order blocks and inefficiencies. The inefficiency is just this right here. That's an inefficiency. It's a gap in the candle. That's an inefficiency right here. If you can't see it well, inefficiency right there. Cool. I'm not gonna spend too much time on that. Y'all can watch ITC shit for that. Yeah. Came up to our zone right here, teetering, pity patter. 38.2 is a space where price likes to consolidate, so we can just get a push. You know, I'm not like tripping about it if we don't, but like I said, I don't trade this for real. I wouldn't be surprised if it did come up and then go down our target to that daily right there. Whoa. Let's do that again. Could come up, go down to our target right there. But on to the next one. Gold's one of them pairs where it's always bullish. Always bullish, unless, you know, for the most part. You look at gold's thing, the only part it was bearish was from right here to right there. Literally everything from the time this bitch has been open, gold has been appreciative. And this just goes to show you. So like if you've been bought gold anytime this year, well, anytime since 2024, and you're a swing trader, you would have just made some bread. It's just inevitable. It's just natural. So what I'm looking for, mark off my range. This is the range price is playing in. This is the next target right here. That is a reasonable target where I could see price going. And as you see, it almost reached there. Alright, so gold is bearish, and we can see that by EMAs as well. off this candle, I guess you could say, but really this candle, you would have wanted to buy not on that candle, but after that, seeing the cross. And obviously it came back down into this daily order block right here. Kissed it, mwah. And then there's also a fair value gap right here. Also a fair value gap right there. So price came to fair value gap, didn't close anywhere below it, came down, kissed, wicked at the order block, and it did its thing. So you can obviously see the power and effectiveness of order blocks and inefficiencies just by the way I trade. Kevin, he more so uses like the retail style of trading. And people say retail, they a lot of people just mean like mediocre, but it's like, no, it's not mediocre. It's just when you first get introduced to forex trading, anything, that's the very first concept that people are gonna or that you're gonna learn: support and resistance. So as I've gone through my process and my journey, not saying that support and resistance is not valid, I've been able to add different things and explore different strategies that would allow me to, see things that other people may not see. Or, even with Kevin's strategy, he's tweaked it. He's been trading for a minute too, so he's not just solely support and resistance. He has his own thing, has his own caveats and all that type of stuff, and has his own things that he looks for as well that makes him successful. And I respect them all, because with that, just us connecting over the past couple of weeks, though we trade very differently, we see in our trading that it's the same. Like same areas of interest, confluence areas, consequent occurrence, all that type of stuff. So they all align with each other as far as like the actual price, and that's something I definitely can appreciate, and why I have Kevin, who's able to look at things in a more broad sense, rather me, where I just glance EMAs. All right, cool. What I do on the 15-minute, he does that on the daily and everything. So I really do appreciate him. All right, so these are my hourly. Alright, cool. So these are our hourly things. Based off what I see right here, obviously, regular structure right here. Price goes to the upside. Normally I use the fair value gap or the order block that actually caused the breakup structure. For gold, it would be that. And price almost came back to it, but didn't really reach it. But if I were to pull out my fib, it came down to our solid zone. right here. These pink right here, this pink area, pink zones, that's my target to entry at. That's my target to enter at. So, you could say that I'm late, but it was a Friday. I wasn't gonna trade on Friday. Like, no point in doing that. I'm setting myself up. So, with that, what I see right here as well, though I normally wouldn't mark up like a fair value gap or order block that's going, like, not going in my favor, or like going against the direction of my bias, normally wouldn't mark those off, but as you can see, that gold is entering that again, so it's kind of hard for me to ignore. I'm just gonna carry this out until the end of this week, even though it's not gonna take that long at all. I wouldn't consider this one right here order block, because we haven't had a major push in the direction that we're going. You know, order block is the opposite closed candle of the push that we see in our direction. So that's not that. We haven't really had a push. Maybe if price gives us something like along these lines where it goes up, retests, comes back down, a consequent encouragement, and then goes back up, then I could probably use that as an order block for price to come back down to our order block and then go back up. That's something that I would be anticipating, but it's just not valid as an order block right now. So with this, we could go down to the 15-minute. With the 15-minute, what I see, is this lower time frame order block. That's a push. That's a reasonable enough push in our direction. What I consider a push and not a push is, like, on the 1 hour it looked like hella dojis. Like, just being honest. 1 hour looked like hella dojis. And I also see this as well. I also see that as well. So price could very much so, I anticipate, you know, get this liquidity right here, catch it, go back to our order block, and then continue higher. And it's just that simple. It's really just that simple. Because at that time as well, price could definitely, that would be a break of structure right there. Doing this would be a break of structure, and then in that case, what we would see is it actually come down to retest or retrace back into whatever order block fair value gap is going to be made right here at this break of structure or somewhere down here. We could expect it to respect that and then break up. So I like to keep my, because I know I'm working on like the 1 hour time frame, I do like to keep my bias. Well, not bias, but hold the same bias, but not be so stuck in how we get to where, how we get to where we need to get to where we need to get. So, simple, straightforward. That's my bias for gold. Price is kissing. 1, 2, 1, 2. You know what I'm saying? That just leads me to believe that we could expect one more move down and then back up. Even though it didn't give us a move down, gold is gold, and it does whatever it wants to do, to be honest. But one thing I can guarantee you, though, is that if this happens where it breaks structure going up to the upside, damn, it breaks structure going up to the upside, it's definitely going to come back down and then continue in our direction. Damn. And it could possibly target, let me do this measured move, RTP. Right there. Of course, price may wick us. Gonna come back down. End all be all, I could see gold, we'll just say 48.10. $48.10 is where I could see gold. 44.10, my bad. And that's my bias for the week. That this is gonna play out just exactly like this. That's my bias for the week. Gold, boom, done. Shit, I'm tired, y'all. Forgive me. That was rude. How much time I got left? 20 minutes. That nigga said, nah, I'm looking at you like that. Did you post you was streaming air? What you mean, bro? I ain't even got my fault, bro. I ain't got no other screen or nothing like that. So I can't even see, I can't see none of that. But I ain't see none of that what you had typed. Did you post you was streaming at all? Nah, I ain't even post I was streaming, bro. I just hopped on this motherfucker. Catch me when you catch me. I need to damn do better about doing that shit for real. No cap, I need to just do better about doing that for real. I don't even know if I'll be able to stream longer than an hour with restream, to be honest. Let me see. Uh-oh. No limit bitrate. Restream branding. Let me see what it looks like if I click on update. Excuse me. That was disgusting as fuck. I'm so sorry, y'all. That was nasty as hell. No bad. That was nasty as hell. No bad. Pre-recorded streaming. 5 video slots. 500 megabytes per video. I don't know, man. I don't know if there's a time limit on this bit. Shit, we gonna find out though. I don't think so, cause my other streams were long as fuck when I did it a minute ago, like last year. My other streams were long than a bitch. But my boy also had joined. I appreciate you, Brody. What the hell was that? No, give me a little, whatchamacallit. On the GU, my favorite goddamn pew pew. My favorite motherfucker. My hoe. GU like that favorite hoe you got. I don't got no hoes, but she like that favorite goddamn one that just do you the worst right way ever. You know who I'm talking about. Mark off my daily. Damn dog. Marking off my dailies. Daily bread. Cool. Price is already in a little retracement. This to me is a lot more doable. As you can see on Friday, we came back down into this order block right here. That's on the 1 hour. Not order block, but fair value gap. Came down, went up, pull out the fib. Could use that one. You could use that one. It just kissed 50%. You could use it right there. Yeah, you could use it right there. And you just, by my rules or whatever, I wouldn't have entered this trade. But as me seeing it, I would have entered this trade. Oh shit. And the reason being is because time-based delivery. Time and day delivery. We got our breaker structure right here. Price came back down. Remember, this is our 1 hour order block. We're on the 15-minute. You do. It's so big. I don't like that. I'm not even gonna mark that shit out. That shit's so big. But price came back down into our order block. Fair value gap. Kissed it after the regular structure, which was inevitable to happen because you also see. Give me a second. Shit itches. My damn forehead. Came down, kissed it, mwah, took off. And now based off that, you can see how this measure moved right here. Price was bound to reach that point anyway. That's why I use my fibs for the targets, because it goes exactly where it needs to go. It goes exactly to those green levels, our target points. Kiss, order block. And from here, I want to see for GU, actually break these right here. Because if we break those, that would continue in our favor and put us on the right side. For some reason I just got really, really tired. My eyes got really, really heavy. I don't know why. But earlier that goddamn overload fries I had, oh my god, that shit was so good. Y'all, these damn fries from the motherfucking Southern Cluck in Buford, bro. Fries, cheese, queso, pollo, and pork. Barbecue. Damn, I wish I still had the plate. Anyways, what I could expect Price to do, I'll do a measured move like a motherfucker, I ain't gonna lie. What I could expect Price to do, I mean, I'm not gonna sit up here and ignore the 15-minute chart. Like, it won't be a determiner of if Price is gonna concede our direction or not. I'm not naive. If Price stays above these, we could look for it to continue going up in the upside, where I would see it doing something like this, come down a little bit more. I'm not opposed to that. Reach this first level right here, may give us another second rejection. The whole time is breaking these, is breaking these highs, this high, this high, this high. You know what I'm saying? So with that break comes a fair value gap or order block. So I'm just gonna target, try to get something like this. Goes up, probably reach the second level. At that point, it would break again, come back down to that order block, and then continue to the upside, because we do have a lot of space to go without there any being, you know, like valid order blocks. And not valid order blocks, but valid fair value gap. I'm not saying that this one right here is not valid, but it's just on the 15-minute chart, and the 15-minute chart is only so strong. So this is honestly my my bias for GU. I just anticipated for it to keep going, probably go down a little bit more into our fair value gaps and order blocks that was traded on the 15-minute chart. Break structure going up and wait for a retracement at 62 to 79%. Retracement level on the fib for it to continue going up to our lower time frame negative 62%, where it should break equal highs at around 1.34 O and continue to the upside. Targeting our daily liquidity that we have up there. Damn, that sounded so good. We just gotta wait for that motherfucker to happen. And it could very well not happen. Price could goddamn throw us in the goddamn shitter. You know what I'm saying? All the way down there. Price could drop that ass. It could. But that would go against what we are biased. So, not stay hopeful. We're just gonna stay mindful and anticipate. That's what we're gonna do. Oh, we went above an hour. That's awesome. So Restream does not have a 1 hour limit. So we're gonna keep it on. We're gonna keep it on. This shit's so easy as far as like me just seeing it, talking to it. But the more I talk about it, I feel like it's just like more. But like me doing more would be like me actually teaching you like what everything means. I have a good understanding of what everything means. Putting it into words of a simpleton. Just kidding. Putting into words that somebody who's just starting in trading, that would be my opportunity that I definitely need to work on, because I just don't remember, to be honest. Anyways, this is GU, what I anticipate happening to it. And we're gonna see what happens. The Aussie. That was more Russian than Australian, mate. Jesus Christ. Same thing. Start with our zones. I do want to take a nap for me. Kevin hop on that call, because man, I gotta do clothes and laundry and shit. I gotta do this shit for my baby. Okay. With the Aussie dollar, price has held on to or respected this fair value gap. I don't know why I keep changing it. Price has came down to our fair value gap right here, and it's been respected every time, so we can anticipate it continue to respect it. But when there are a lot of equal highs or lows, price are going to look to get those, stop those. So I'm not naive to that. The Aussie if you do this, what you can expect is that price to. I wouldn't be surprised if it actually came back down to at least, at absolute least, this point right here, and then continue up to negative 27%. Could go up to negative 27%. Okay, it's as simple as that. Looking at order blocks and inefficiencies. Shit. And that's all, folks. That's where I could see price going. Honestly and truthfully. And we will see where it plays out. I will hop on another stream with Kev and see what's going on. And try to see if his review and bias lines up to what I'm saying right now. Because if it is, that means I'm onto something. If he sees the exact same thing I see. And that's that. And that's all I have to say about that. I didn't even mark up my whatchamacallits. Because I just immediately jumped in. Yeah. Not really much to it. GJ's doing this right now. What I would just like to see is just to push the upside because we are bullish right now. Playing in between this zone right here. If I go down to the 15-minute, we could just expect a break of structure. Break of structure somewhere. Then having it form, because it's an Asian session pair, it mostly moves during the Asian session or the New York session, just depending on how you trade for it. But yeah, it does give you some moves during the Asian session. Asian session. Got it. You can definitely see GJ move during Asian session. Alright, so what I would anticipate around when the market opens around 5-6 o'clock for a move similar to it going up, coming back down to test whatever order block or fair value gap creates the break of structure, and then continue up. As simple as that. And if we do continue up where I could reasonably see it going, like I said, this holds true first reasonable. I'll put just in front. $209.50 is where I could see it going. And now we just wait and see. Wait and see what's going on, what happens. And that's all, folks. No lie, I'm tired as a bitch. Tired as hell. Mentally, to be honest. We're gonna hop back on call around 6, 7 o'clock. Of course, I'm gonna be here. Of course, I'm gonna put the stream up so we can really talk and y'all can just really learn from just both me and Kevin at the end of the day.